It's Rice, of course, here with another video. And today's topic is gonna be revenge. With the stuff we all like, people do us wrong, we want to get that person back. There was once a rapper in the 90s, and he described revenge being the sweet thing close. I'm not gonna say the word, but I'll just say close to making love. That's how that rapper Tupac describes it. But what does the Bible say about revenge? First, let's go to the Old Testament, Proverbs chapter 24, verse 29. Proverbs. Okay. So 24:29. Do not say, I'll do to them as they done to me. I'll pay them back for what they did. So this is pretty much God saying what not to do. So somebody does you wrong. Let's say somebody, maybe you had like some guy, he sleeps with your wife, so you decide to sleep with his wife. So that's what this verse is saying. You shouldn't do that. So that's just an example I put out. Now let's go to the New Testament. Romans 12:19. What did that one say? Romans 12:19. Okay, here is it. Do not take revenge, my dear friend, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, it's mine to avenge, I will repay, say the Lord. So this is God way of saying, don't take revenge because vengeance is his. He'll take care of it. A lot of times we think to ourselves, if God's going to take care of it, then why is this guy still living it up after he's done me wrong? We think that way sometimes. Sometimes I think that way too. There's people that just did me wrong and they seem to live it up. So, Bible talks about revenge a lot. And I got some more verses. Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 to 39. So that's the first book in the New Testament. And I said chapter 5. (38 to 39). You have heard that it was said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. What I tell you, do not resist an evil person. Anyone slash you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. So we heard, so this is where that famous verse come in, turn the other cheek. So what does this mean? Does this mean if somebody hits you on a cheek, turn the other cheek also? Man, I would love to see somebody try that. They get punched in the face, they turn around, and like hit me here too. So what does that verse mean, actually? I guess that means that you should just let some things go. Pretty much. That's what it sounds like to me. So that's where the famous turn the cheek comes from. So, is there any other ones? So, like I said, revenge is something that we all want. Well, most of us want it. And we don't want to forgive that person. We want to really hurt that person many times. But look what Mark says. 11 to 25. So that's Mark 11. $25. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins. So pretty much, this is God saying that you really do need to forgive the person that did you wrong. And you shouldn't take revenge on them. Yeah, it's difficult for a lot of us. But then God points out, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you all your sins. Because we did a lot of bad things, we're sinners. But God's forgiven us. Then we turn around and we're unforgivable of other people. So it just don't fit. God wants us to forgive. Then there's James. And this is the last one I'm going to go over. Then I'm just going to talk about vengeance. So what does James say? Trying to remember where James is. Let's see where it is. James. Okay, I got James now. So that was chapter 1, 19 to 20. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. So there, it doesn't produce the righteousness that He desires for us. Because a lot of us humans, we're quick to get angry. We're quick to take revenge. But God's saying that we need to be slow to anger and not fast to anger. So you see me go over these verses. One in the Old Testament and 4 in the New Testament I just went over. And some of y'all are like, well, my dad did something bad to me. I'm not going to forgive that fool. I want him to suffer. Maybe you have a boyfriend that beat you up. You want him to suffer. May your boss fire you. And you felt that he did you wrong, so you want him to pay. You want to see him homeless on the street, probably. But God, in these verses, He wants you to pretty much forgive these people. No one can use that verse, turn the other cheek. Your boss fire you, you be like, you know what? Keep the paycheck, walk away. That could be another way to turn the cheek. Just point that out. Well, people have done me wrong too, many times. And I was quick to anger. There's times I felt my dad did me wrong. My brother. People at school. There's times I just wanted them to pay. Sometimes I feel like these girls I was trying to date, they did me wrong. And I was quick to anger. There was this one boy. His name was PJ. I wanted to be his friend. But he wasn't very nice. There was times he was nice, and I thought maybe he was finally coming around. But he wasn't. One day, he got this boy. Let's call him N. I'm just minding my own business, walking to my bike, and he decides to jump me, him and this guy. He just jumped me. Just like that. And you know what? I ain't do nothing to this guy. And this guy pretty much made my life miserable for the next 2 years. He pretty much had people hate me. Teachers would take his side too. He even ratted on me once. Because I was on this Arizona Memorial. I like spit in the water. I must have had like coke or something. And he rapped me out, and teachers pretty much treated me like I was a criminal. So why am I'm telling the story? Because this guy named PJ, I wanted him to suffer. I wanted to kick his butt. I actually wanted to get some friends and jump him just so he could see how I felt like. Fortunately for this guy, I didn't really have any friends back then, so he was pretty lucky. I used to fantasize about hurting this guy. And he had another guy, friend named D, and he would mess with me too. I wanted to hurt him too. And once I told the teacher that PJ was bad, you want to know what my teacher said? Not as bad as you. That was just complete bull, I thought. Because this guy, he was horrible to me. And my teacher was to sit up there and say I'm not as bad as him. I mean, he's not as bad as me. That just made me mad. Even years after leaving, that was junior high, by the way. Even years after leaving junior high, there's times I thought about just going back to Hawaii, just to kick his butt, just to beat the crap out of him. But the thing is, it really wouldn't help me at all if I did that. I had to forgive him. I had to move on. Maybe I should have tried the other cheat things just to see how it worked. Maybe when he did hit me, I should have turned the other cheek like, you know what? Hit me here too. I should have tried that out just to see what happened. But I had to forgive this person. So I did. I moved on with my life. But there's other people that made me mad. Like there's my brother, my dad. My dad was pretty much, I like miserable too. He would say he loved me, but he was always mean to me. I didn't understand why. He said he loved me, but his actions pretty much seemed like he hated me. So you know what? I freaking hated him too. But again, I had to forgive. I had to move on. I mean, there's people out there that you just have somebody that was really horrible to you. You probably had an abusive father. Maybe somebody out there sexually molested you. You just want that person to pay. And it seemed like this person is just living it up. But let me tell you a story. I had this friend that was pretty much a truck driver for this company. And he had his boss that was pretty horrible to him. It got to the point where my friend ended up quitting. So you're probably wondering, man, this boss this did my friend wrong and he's living it up. But guess what? He ended up getting demoted, actually, because he's like the supervisor. He got demoted. Then he hurt his back. And after that, guess what you think happened? He got fired. So, yes, sometimes people do get paid, but we just don't see it. I like to believe that God somehow did punish this PJ guy. Maybe PJ seen the era of his ways and he turned his life over. Who knows? Henry talked to him like 2 decades, pretty much. And sometimes things just aren't always what they seem. People seem like they're living good, but behind closed door, they could be miserable. No human is worth taking revenge over, because revenge is not a good thing. It just leads you down to darkness. So be slow to anger and forgive. And somebody does you wrong, just walk away, turn the other cheek. Not literally, but you see what I mean. Just turn the other cheek and move on. Because people are always going to do you wrong. The longer you live, the more people that are going to do you wrong. I mean, I used to want my dad to suffer. Because sometimes he would hit me over small things, and I used to just want to get superpowers, just beat him up, just see how he felt. I want him to see how it felt like. Well, of course, like I said, I had to forgive. I want my brother to suffer too. Because he pretty much acts just like this PJ guy. He acted exactly like him. Only difference was it was my brother. And of course my parents took his side, which made me angry. I used to literally want him to pass away. I used to pray for God for him to die, for real. But I had to move on. I had to forgive. But the thing with forgiveness, it's more for you than the other person. Because if you hold on that anger, you're actually just hurting yourself, because the person that you're angry at is he probably moved on, don't even remember. I mean, does PJ remember bullying me? Does he remember getting that guy jump me? Does he remember getting people to hate me? Does he remember snitching on me? I don't know. I would have to talk to him to find that one out. And he's not the only kid that attacked me, by the way. There was other kids. He's just one of them. He's probably pretty much the latest person to actually physically hit me. I didn't really have anybody attack me like that in high school. I guess they was afraid I'd kick their butt. But in high school, they did trash talk me a little bit. But most of the time, sometimes I trash talk back, sometimes I didn't. But of course, these girls, sometimes I fall for them. And they reject me, and it would hurt me here. Some play games with me, and that does hurt. Sometimes it hurts more than Paul hit me in the face. Because I actually love some of them. message of this video is just leave your vengeance to God, because he could punch the person much better than you ever could. And there's 20 minutes on this video. I still don't know how long these tablets last. So if you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. If there's any topics you ever want me to go over, just leave comments down here. And I'll try my best to go over that topic. With that being said, have a blessed day. Bye for now.